just watched Smallville episode 20 titled Beast, and oh my god, I wasn't sure whether or not to actually cry, to be honest, in this episode. It was gripping, it was dark, it was mysterious, it was emotional. Chloe has totally changed. She's become a totally different person. You know, Clark is convinced that what she's doing, protecting Davis, it's not what she should be doing, it's not who she is. But it is who Chloe is now. Unfortunately, she is having to look after and protect Davis, just so that Doomsday is not unleashed. Because whenever Chloe's around Davis, he's just normal. He behaves like a human being. And it's like this the scene towards the end where Clark is trying to get Davis. Clark and Davis are in the Phantom in the fortress, and Clark activates the Phantom Zone in order to send Davis to there. But Chloe intervenes, stops Clark from doing that by basically twisting the whole thing on him, saying, if you send Davis to the Phantom Zone, that's you. That you're going to have to live with that guilt. But the way Clark sees it, he gets rid of Davis, thousands of people won't have to die, lives won't have to be sacrificed. Yet the only life that Chloe is sacrificing herself. But the way she sees it, she's not sacrificing herself to protect Davis, she's sacrificing herself to protect Clark. But Clark doesn't understand that, so it's a case of, Chloe's trying to protect Clark. Clark wants to make sure that Davis is just out of the picture so that he doesn't kill people. It was just, just a very dark and, so almost depressing episode. When I mean depressing, don't mean depressing in oh my god, this is so sad kind of depressing. No, depressing in the fact that you look at Chloe now to how she was, say, 2 or 3 years ago, 2 or 3 seasons ago, and she has just gone from, this lively, happy-go-lucky type of girl to estranged, downtrodden, former reporter, looking after a serial killer. And it's that journey that she's taken that has turned her into who she is now. I guess she's never been lucky in some stages. What with her and Jimmy breaking up, and Lana has now left as well, because obviously her and Lana were pretty much close friends at one point. Her dad as well, losing her dad and everything. So a whole load of things have happened to Chloe. But her loyalty, as far as she is concerned, is still with Clark. Only Clark just doesn't see it. Clark obviously thinks that she's putting herself in danger, but she doesn't think that she is. Then we come up to Jimmy, and this was another interesting episode in terms of Jimmy's point of view, whereby obviously in the last episode he was seen towards the end buying drugs off people. And in one part of this episode he walks into Oliver's business meeting asking for money, but Oliver sees straight through him why he really needs the money, which Oliver basically says, look, I'm not going to give you money to buy more drugs, kind of thing. But there's another part of the scene where part of the show where Davis kidnaps both Jimmy and Oliver when they're actually in the Talon, and there's Jimmy confronting Davis, why Chloe, what makes you think that she loves you, all that sort of stuff. So that it's like Jimmy's trying to unleash Doomsday. At this point, this is when Jimmy realises that Davis is Doomsday, refers to him as the Beast, as it were. And it's quite interesting to see how Davis is trying to control the monster in him, but he knows that the only way to control it, if Chloe's not there, is for him to kill someone. And there's Jimmy offering himself up to be killed, but Oliver somehow manages to stop Davis from killing from killing Jimmy, because Davis then realises that, Jimmy does matter a lot to Chloe, that there's no point in him killing Jimmy, so he turns his attention to Oliver. And it's like just that scene there, the interaction between Davis and Jimmy, it's like they're both fighting for the attention of one woman. You know, I mean, already we know that Jimmy has decided that he no longer loves or wants to be with Chloe, but he clearly has feelings for her still, and Davis can see that. So it's a case of Davis controlling the monster within him, you know, so that he doesn't have to take out Jimmy. But again, there was all sorts of different elements in this episode. I mean, we even saw Chloe talking to one of Oliver Queen's scientists to try and see if there's a way of curing Davis, of which the scientist discovers that there is no actual way of curing Davis, because his monster, the Doomsday within him, when he's not around Chloe, just wants to get out. It just wants out. It's that simple. It just wants to get out. And he actually the scientist referred to Chloe as the cure. So that's basically it. And then right at the end of the episode, we see Davis and Chloe both leaving Smallville, literally for good. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because next week's episode, second to last episode, is titled Injustice. There we're going to see how, I'm sure we're going to see how things are going to progress between Chloe and Davis. I'm sure the likes of Oliver, Bart, Clark as well, you know, all the Justice League are all going to hunt down Davis and find out where he is, kind of thing. And then the last episode, which is in 2 weeks' time, titled Doomsday, that's the biggie. That is the big one, and that's the one that's going to show us who the two people that are going to die are. And I think a lot of people are already confirming who they are. And I'm going to say as well that I believe it's Davis and Chloe. I just believe that it is Davis and Chloe for some strange reason. Davis for the fact that Doomsday cannot really go on to season 9, and Chloe because I think she has now reached the stage where there really is nothing left for her in Smallville, which is a shame, because she has been one of the most amazing characters ever to feature in Smallville. I mean, she was created purely for Smallville because she's been one of the most amazing characters, if not the one that has kept every other character together. It seems like wherever there's a story, you know that Chloe's in there. There's no story that Chloe's never featured in, because it can centre around, say, Oliver Queen, for example, and you're going to see Chloe in there somewhere. It can centre around Tess Mercer, you're going to see Chloe in there somewhere. It can centre around Pete Ross, you're going to see Chloe in there as well. So she's been one integral part of Smallville, and it's going to be a shame to see her go. I'm still convinced she will go. It's going to be a shame to see her go, but you know, unfortunately, some things have to come to an end. So I'm going to leave it there because I've overran my course again. Let me know what you thought of this episode, because, as I say, it was really pretty much depressing in how Chloe is just spiralling downhill now. Don't know where she's going to go. And then, as I say, 2 episodes to go. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to leave it there, and I shall see you all later. Thanks. Bye.